Hey, so we're gonna get into it real quick. I'm about to get out of here. I'm just finishing up a job, going to the house, going to get some rest. Shout out, shout out. Going to get some rest. Talk to my wife. She's preparing dinner and everything. I talked this morning about getting some rest. Shout out to Shay Love. And she always talk about getting that rest. Yesterday I didn't get rest. I'm getting me some rest tonight. I'm leaving that TV alone, leaving that YouTube, all this. Hold on. Oh man. Wind down Wednesday. I gotta stay up a little bit for wind down Wednesday, but I gotta be in the bed by no later than 9:30 today. No later than 9:30. Alright, so generational wealth. Why everybody always talking about generational wealth? This is the thing. If you got debt, you ain't passing down generational wealth. You passing down debt. Plain and simple. Credit card debt, student loans. Like, you can't even pay your debt off, but you're trying to talk about giving your kids, generational wealth. Tamika's in the building. What's going on with you? So when it come down to it, I hope Jazzy come in here because I'm trying to find her name. She changed her name to something Jazzy Podcast or something, and it's not showing up on my friends. I'm gonna have to go to my computer and do everybody one at a time to try to find her. But I hope she come in here. I got some tips for her for those driving apps that she want to get into. Shout out to her and the little one. Hope she doing good. But this is the thing. Everybody want to talk about generational wealth, but the crazy part, a lot of people are in debt. And the crazy thing about being in debt, you don't want to get out of it. You're comfortable with your debt. Dang, I should not have got on the street. All these little dips. But this is the thing. A lot of times, man, we can get through this if we know how to budget. Jazzy in the bit. All right, Jazzy. Let me screenshot this real quick. Just being Jazzy. All right. I think I got it. Yep. Just being Jazzy. So we gonna just being Jazzy. You got two dudes I watch. I'm gonna actually put their videos connection. So with Kai, I gotta look up his channel. He has authority. He has his own business license. That's something you can look into later. But they have stuff that you can get on without doing all that. Just signing. Have stuff that you can get on without doing all that. Just signing up and going. Believe it or not, DoorDash pays good. One of the guys who I was cool with on here, he turned another guy on the DoorDash, and he was getting anywhere from 1,500, like 1,000 to 1,500 a week on DoorDash, just working an 8-hour shift, just 8 hours. So for people that think DoorDash, if you don't like people in your car doing Uber, DoorDash pays. There was a guy, he was doing, I think, 2,500 a week, but he was working 6 days, 10 hours, and he was going off of 2 apps. So he was running up the numbers. Seneca was going on with you. So he was really running up the numbers because he was running to where he was doing Uber and DoorDash, Grubhub. Oh yeah, Spark. Spark is with Walmart. Spark has a lot of benefits because, see, with Spark, you can actually go into Spark, set up your account, and once you get approved with Spark, you'll be able to do your first 5, I think it's your first 5 deliveries with Spark. Then they'll go ahead and they'll give you like a little incentive bonus or something like $25-50, and then go from there. And then once you go from there, you're able to just keep it going. And every time you reach a certain threshold, whether you do your 10 deliveries, 20 deliveries, they keep giving you an incentive to keep doing it. Like a lot of people, they try to hit those 5 in the first day. I think they give you like anywhere from $25 or $50 if you do it within the first week. They give you a week to do 5 deliveries. Because sometimes those deliveries are not. Check out different areas because the glare off there. I was about to say what that is. Some areas pay better than others. Some areas have more deliveries than others. So you got to actually just move around in different areas so you can see, Coco, what's going on with you. So you got to actually spark. Yep, see, you run the gig app, so you can shoot it out too. Go to Jazzy, go to her channel as well. Go Coco's content. She does the gig app, so she can give you more hands-on with it too. And like I say, I did lives on all the gig apps that I could find. I did short videos showing the apps. Anything I found, everything. Like I do handyman work. Thumbtack has a thing on there to where you do small stuff. Somebody might want you to clean up. Somebody might want you to, put a table together. Somebody might want you to put some IKEA furniture together. I've done that. Me and my friend, we had to do, I think, 7 or 8 different furnitures from IKEA, and it called for 7 hours and 45 minutes. Don't you know we literally, okay, you in Houston? Yeah, a lot of that in Houston. Oh man, the storm just came down through there, but when everything get back popping, that's still opportunity for you. North side of Houston. I used to work on the north side at this moving company called New World Van Lines. So, it's pretty cool. Charles, what's going on with you, man? What's going on? So there's a lot of different apps people can take advantage of, but that's the thing. Like, you got to be able to, actually get out there and just try them. I went from doing a couple of apps to, like, a lot of times now, I get repeat customers. And one of the main customers I get, because my cousin, she orders a lot of stuff, I get a lot from her. And when it comes down to it, she actually gets her friends, because all of them are older women. So they want somebody they can trust, they can call, they're reliable. So I have a pickup truck, so I'm always doing deliveries. I can actually cut a lot of my aunt friends' deals, like 75, sometimes $50. They might just want me to pick up a chair, drop it off to the house. If you're not that far from my house, I'm not spending that much in gas. It's not a lot in labor. So, it benefits me to do them little small jobs. So when the big jobs come, they pay. I know one time I dropped off a medical table a medical bed for this lady. So previously, what did I pick up for her? What was it previously I picked up? I think it was a cabinet. So I charged her $75 for the cabinet. She stayed a little bit far, but I gave it to her because my aunt stayed, around there, and I charged her about $50. So I was like, 75, I go up because it is a little far, but I'm okay. The next go round when I got the medical bed, she gave me $150. She was like, I can't pay you no less than that because this is, kind of some work, and I really do appreciate you, giving me a cheap deal. You should be charging more. Like I told her, I said, well, I typically charge my cousins people who come in there. I get them a discount just like I give my cousin a discount. And when it comes down to it, like I said, repeat customers. Always, nice customer service. I learned that when I used to move furniture. Nice customer service, deal with people with a smile. Even though you might have a little issue with the stuff that they're trying to do or get over on you, don't have that conversation then. Have it later. If you got to bring it up in the conversation after you calm down, because, you tend to lose customers because all these people know each other. They tend to talk. So a lot of my customer base is from my cousin, and then they start telling other people. So I'm steady busy doing little small in and odd jobs, and then I do a little home improvement too. Might put in a sink, what was it? Last week? No, it was Monday. Monday, I actually Erica, so St. Louis. I actually told her how to unclog her sink. You know, all she had to do was get a snake, go up under there, that little U thing that's up under there is called a P-trap. You know, take the P-trap off. Most of them are generally just screwed on. Take that off, totally run a snake down in there. She can rent it from Home Depot or she can buy one. If it's something she gonna do one time, rent the tool from Home Depot. Use it for that. I mean, I try to give as much information as I can that I know of or that I can point you in the right direction. Life insurance, I'm always going to talk about Alonzo Hall. You know, there's people that I run across. If I don't know anything, I can talk to somebody that do. I can try to get back to you on that. Even with the gig apps, I look at a lot of gig apps because I've done it myself. I tell people about them. That's the thing. A lot of times, you know, shout out to Big Discussion 76, Dr. Dunbar. He tried to encourage a lot of people to get into STEM, get their kids into STEM, and that be the thing. Like, a lot of times, as adults, we've gotten to a point where we got relaxed, so we should make our kids go above and beyond. You know, do a little better for themselves, and STEM is a good, you know, way to get into, you know, just a good job to get into and everything. So when it comes down to it, there's a lot of times to where we don't think our kids good enough. We don't think our kids can actually do it. But we just got to start believing in our kids, putting our kids in the right direction to where they can, you know, get the job done. You know, getting your kids into STEM, getting your kids into coding. Wanda, what's going on with you? Bunny Rose in the building. But it gets to a point where, you know, me personally, a lot of the young boys, I try to get them more back into the trades because we're dying in the trades. You know, it's a lot of young men that can get in trades straight out of high school making money. I wish I would have took the trades and everything. I got into truck driving, so that was something. And I made pretty good money doing it. But, you know, my thing of it was I had to slow down for my kids because all the money was out of town. All the money paying jobs are out of town in trucking. You're going in and out of town, you're making that money. Or you're a seasonal driver. You know, and I've told certain guys on YouTube that they want to get into trucking. I said, man, go rent you a U-Haul, get the biggest U-Haul they got, go to some docks on Saturday, Sunday when the warehouses are closed. Go to the dock, back up, check your mirrors, see how good you are with backing up to the docks. It's real easy, man. A lot of times, people are just scared to do something because it's the unknown. You know, you're scared of doing this because you don't know what's going to happen on the other end. You know, I heard this pastor once talk to this guy, and this guy was telling him, he was like, man, I don't want to go back to school, get another trade, man. I'm stuck in this job. He told him, he said, man, why don't you go back to college and get another career? He's like, man, I'm 56. Do you know how old I'll be if I graduate from college? I'll be 60 years old. And the guy told him, he said, well, how old would you be if you don't go to college and graduate? Same age, but more knowledge. See, that's the thing. A lot of people, like I say, scared of that unknown. You know, the knowledge is there. It's just up to you to, you know, get it done. That's the biggest thing with a lot of us, you know, trying to figure things out. I done went on a rant, and it's supposed to be all about generational wealth. I mean, but this tying into it too. Like with the generational wealth piece. A lot of us are broke. We don't have a lot of money. You know, we have so much debt. Why are we always talking about generational wealth? Why are we literally trying to boast ourselves up bigger than what we are versus going out there getting the money? Versus going out there and doing what we need to do to make ourselves have generational wealth. I mean, don't talk about it, be about it. That's the biggest thing, right? Stop sitting here claiming that you're going to be leaving all this money for your kids and you leave in debt. Most people on average don't pay their houses off. They're not even close to paying these houses off. And you're giving this debt to your kids. You're literally giving debt to your kids, and then you're complaining that your kid's not mature enough. You're complaining. Don't you know, on average, most people who bought their house like in the 40s were paying less than $100,000 for their house. Now these houses are worth 1939, 1940 or something. He literally bought his house for $45,000. Don't you know his house is worth $4 million 40 years later? Well, what is it? No, it's 80 years, damn near 80 years later. And it's like the parents are complaining, oh, see, you kids don't work hard. You guys need to buy a house. We can't afford a house. I tell my son that all the time. Look, if you're going to go get a house, go get a duplex. Qualify for a duplex. You stay in one, somebody stays in another, and house hack. You're young. House hack your house. You're single. Don't have a girlfriend. If you do, you can always kick your roommates out after put them under contract, do a 12 months, kick them out after that, whatever it needs to be. Or after you've been in the house for a year, just move out. Tell them hey, you're getting a family now. You don't want a duplex. Some people do quads. And the way to qualify this, because I've been doing the research, I've been trying to get quads and duplexes for a long time. You know, the bad part of it is, always somebody coming in with a cash offer that beat me out. Because I do the research, I do the homework. When it comes down to it, all you have to do, find a duplex, quad or anything under 4 units, you qualify FHA. Then you turn around, you take that property, find the tenants, if it's tenants already in it, and there's one of them are available, that's the unit you stay in. When it comes down to it, a lot of times people will sit here, talk that talk, but don't walk the walk. If you literally have one unit available, you stay in that unit, the other one's already rented out. As long as those tenants don't move out and they're still on a 12-month lease to rent it, you can take that money from the tenants that are renting and go to the bank and say, well, all 3 units are rented out. They're paying this much money. They're selling it for this much. When it comes down to it, this is what I will pay after all this. So let's say you got 4 units. Okay. There's a property that I was actually working on. So the property was 1.2 million. The guy he put it on the market for 1.9. I told him it's not going to go for 1.9. I said, personally, in my opinion, it's not going to go for 1.9 because at 1.9, you're looking at $450 a property. I said, even though this is in a nice, luxurious area, I don't think that's going to fly. $300,000 would be the most per property that you can rent it out for and get a decent return on it. And then you look at the average of the mortgage per month. What? I would say close to 1,500. And I wouldn't even say 50. I would say $10,000. $10,000 a month for that property. And then you have 4 units. Let's say you rent those 4 units out for $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month for 4 units. That's $12,000. Your mortgage is $1,000 a month. Now note that you're gonna have to stay in one of those units. So instead of you getting 12, you'll get 9. You get 9,000. Your mortgage is 10,000. You give $1,000. Your tenants give 3,000. You can stay in that property for $1.2 million. Do the math. They have what's called a DSCR loan which it goes off the credit of the property of the money coming in and not really going off your credit. But see, a lot of people not doing the research on this and not knowing they can qualify for duplexes, quads, and tries like that through FHA. I do the numbers. I look it up all the time. Every time I find a good property, I always get a cash buyer come pull away from under the rug. And even if I get to the point of getting an inspection on it, you literally understand you have to get an inspection on whatever, I mean, 3, 4 properties. Most inspection agents, they run you about, I think the cheapest will probably be $250, $200. The decent one I use, he charges $300, and I think he went up $350. Swoop, what's going on? Swoop, there it is. But the thing about it is, you have to have $1,200 to inspect all those properties if you have a quad. And then you also have to put up your $1,000 earnest money. It doesn't change. The $1,000 earnest money still remains the same. It's just that when it comes down to it, how are you going to maintain? You got to have your job in order. You got to have the tenants in order. Your credit's got to be in order. All these things can help you get it. Low credit score. On average, what is it? 720s are good. Anything under a 7 is kind of pushing it. You might not get it. Bank records. A lot of people want to throw money here, throw money there. They got to see a constant flow of money coming in from a job. Even if you work for yourself, you got to have a separate bank account. One of my friends, he actually just denied a tenant for that. So the tenant wanted to live in his property. He got it for $1,900, and the property actually we're gonna drop it down to about $1,800 just so we can get a tenant in there. But the thing of it is this: when it comes down to it, the tenant sit there and have money going into their checking account, have money going into their business account, and they were using Apple Pay to flop money in and out of their account. It has some good and it has some bad. What's going on, Conscious? Conscious in the building. So a lot of times when people have houses like that, because I think his houses is over there in Jonesboro that we're renting out and everything. And I've done the work on it and stuff. And the crazy part of it is when it comes down to it, it just, you're not taking into consideration that whoever you renting from, they're going to be in the process of not being screwed. You know how many people didn't really, have all this money from the PPP and they were sitting there trying to get these PPPs? So that's the same thing with buying a house. There's a lot of people who literally don't have the money and they sit there and try to fake it till they make it. All this stuff that they put on these fake check stubs, that don't work no more. Pulling bank records, so that don't work. Let me go ahead and park. So pulling bank records, that stuff don't work no more. A lot of times when people try to get over by doing other little stuff, hey, you get called out on it. Like, there's nothing else you can really do. Made it to the house. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do this wind down Wednesday, and then I'm actually going to, call it a day. But when it comes down to it, how many people are actually, in the process of doing homework and actually knowing, excuse me, how many people actually are in the business of doing homework, knowing what they qualify for a house, knowing their potential that they can get bigger and better in the market. A lot of us are not. Dang, my screen is gone. Okay. Yeah, I gotta get my phone fixed. But the thing of it is, a lot of us are not even knowing, because versus you talking to an agent, I would talk to a broker. I would talk to the person that's actually doing your loan. The agent only can assume off of the deals that they've already provided and gotten for people. Talk to the person that does the money. Like, agents honestly speaking, you don't even need an agent to buy a house. You don't need an agent to buy a house. That fee that you paying that agent, you can get a lawyer. You can do seller finance. You can do sub two. Sub two is good. I've been researching sub two, for sale by owner. Do a sub two to where you can take on their interest rate. A lot of people complaining about the interest rate so high right now. Sub two, you can go up under there, take somebody's interest rate and buy it, but you got to have money. You got to get them so much up front and then pay them, a good, say double the mortgage until you pay it off. Ouch. And a cut on my leg. Another thing is, a lot of people are not, what is it? To where you're buying the homes at wholesaling. Getting into wholesaling. A lot of people are not wholesaling. It's easy to get into wholesaling. You make good money off of wholesaling, but who's doing the research? Who's looking this stuff up? Like I said, I'm about to go ahead and get in here, get some rest. I was running, went to work late, still finished pretty early, just did this job. Got to get this wood out the house, out of my car. Got to get these tools. I was going to grab one of my power tools and show y'all, but yeah, man. Then I got to clean out this trailer. I still got trash and tools in the back of my trailer in the truck. Got to clean that stuff out. So with all that being said, shout out to everybody. Hey, do your research, man. If you're going to start working a 5 to 9, go out here and go hard. Get your money. Like I say, Jazzy, I'm going to hit you up, send you that information as well. A lot of the other people, man, if you looking for the information, I'm going to keep posting on my site. I'm going to keep posting on my YouTube. But for those that want to make more money, man, you can't complain about it when you sit here in a job and the job is not giving you more money. I've always told you, when it comes down to it, I don't have a boss because I'll sit there and leave. I can quit my job right now and still be good. That's why I always have these secondary jobs. That's why I always have something to fall back on, because I don't want no job have no control over me. Most people, they lose their job, they don't know what to do. Me being a truck driver, I can just quit this job and go find another one. It might not pay as good. It might take me a while to find the best fit for me, but at the same time, I can quit, go find another job easy. It just might not be the best one for me starting off, because the good jobs, nobody's leaving the good jobs. The horrible jobs, they're open all day. It's like a revolving door. You can literally find a bad job every 10 minutes because the people's always walking out. Like the job I'm at now, pretty decent. Me and my coworker was talking. We do side hustles on the job, on the clock with their money. So like I hustle pallets, and the pallet game is decent. It's bad now. It ain't no money in it, and that was kind of subsidizing my pay. My pay cut for being local versus going on the road. So pallet game, I always see these old men hauling pallets and cardboard. I'm like, man, that's a lot. But over time, I found out, man, they was making money. Back in the day, those guys were getting paid $8 a pallet. Now that the thing has dropped down to $2. So when you see these trucks with all these people with pallets, even with cardboard pays, scrap metal pays. But I wouldn't do it as a full-time job. That's something I'll do part-time, make money. None of these side gigs I would do full-time unless it was something like the deliveries, because I would get on a contract, Even with, I think it's Medicare and Medicaid, you can get in touch with Medicare, and they have sometimes where they have providers where you can go pick up elderly people and deliver them to doctor's appointments. I used to do that. I had a company for it. It was called non-emergency carrier. So what I would do is pick somebody up for a doctor's appointment, dialysis patient. Dialysis patients, they go 3 times a week, twice on a pickup and a delivery. So you'll pick them up in the morning, drop them off in the afternoon, or whatever their time permits. Some people go in at night, get out in the morning. I was heavy into that. I learned a lot about dialysis. I learned that it just wasn't people with kidney problems. A lot of people went on dialysis who had high blood pressure. It's just things where you wasn't getting your body right. And some of those, I believe, in my opinion, that the doctor pushed them on there because it was a way to get paid. But others, it's just that they wasn't controlled. They didn't want to control it. So that's why they end up having to go on dialysis, because it was simple and plain. If you sit there and take care of things for yourself, it's easy for you to get off that dialysis. A lot of people with the sugar, diabetes, cut back on your sugar intake, start eating right. Prime example, my cousin, his daughter, which is my cousin too, pretty much, stepdaughter, she ended up getting a surgery because she weighed a little bit, so she ended up getting I don't know if it was a gastro bypass, the sleeve or whatever, but she was relatively young. She was in her 40s. I think she's about in her early 40s. So they told her, far as if she wanted the surgery, she would literally have to go juice for. She would have to juice for a minimum of 2 weeks before she have the surgery. Only drink, that's it. No solids, all juicing. If you wanted some carrots, you juice them. If you wanted some vegetables, you juice them. No juicing food, nah, because they needed everything clean out your colon. And a lot of times people who are into the juicing, they would know that fruits are your cleansers, vegetables are your builders. So vegetables will build more, fruits are cleanse. A lot of people do watermelon cleanse. It's pretty good. Flush you out real good. Watermelon has a lot of water and it's good. So getting into that, she actually got off her blood pressure medicine by just 2 weeks of nothing but juicing. She got off her blood pressure medicine. Her pressure was down. Wasn't all that salt, all that sodium, all that different food, because I know she would eat those Takis like her daughter. They both be in there eating Takis together. Now she's watching what she eat. She's working out because she lost I think over 100 pounds or plus by doing that. And she feels good and she want to keep it off. Her mom did the same thing. Her mom went, but the thing different with her mom, because she was older in her 60s, they told her mom just to not eat for 2 days. Not eat for 2 days. Really, it was 1 day. So they told her to juice 1 day and, clean out her system. I think did a little cleanse or something. So she did a cleanse, clean out her system, and then they went on and gave her the surgery. Because they knew she was older and she couldn't do what her daughter did. And a lot of times with the younger people, they make you commit to that because you know why? If you can't commit to that, you'll have the surgery again. I know this lady, she's on her second surgery. It looks like she's about to have a third surgery. And her body is not that bad. It's just the problem is keep on eating. That's the problem. She just keeps on eating, so she gains the stomach. And that's the thing. Once people get that stomach, they want to get rid of it fast, quick in a hurry. Summer body, all that stuff, man. I need to get back and get in the house. The mosquitoes are killing me. But yeah, like I said, even back to the generational wealth topic. Everybody always want generational wealth. You're in debt. Like you got credit card debt, student loan car debt. Dang, I'm mad I can't see the chat. Like that's crazy. I don't know. I'm not gonna mess it up because I'm gonna get off in a minute. But yeah, man, it's literally crazy how a lot of times people are always talking about, financial freedom and all this, and we're in debt. I'm in debt. I got a mortgage. I don't have no car. The thing is, I have minimum credit card debts, not a lot. I don't believe in high-end credit card debts. Put everything on the card. I put my Jamaica trip on the card. I'm paying it off a little at a time because I had so much stuff going on. But I typically do that anyway. Put it on the card. It's not a lot. $2,500 is not a lot. You break those payments down, $300 here, before you know it, they paid off. Try to pay them off quick as you can. All my cars, this car, man, paid off. Pickup truck, paid off. Journey paid off. I get older cars, pay them off quick. You know, only new cars I had to where we had big car notes is when I bought a van for a business and when I bought my wife a Camry. Pretty much because she needed a car that was reliable. I always try to get her reliable cars. With me, I could take an old truck, no AC. I'm just driving. You know, I can fix it later. I can do this later. But my wife, no AC. No, I can't do that to her. I cannot do that to her. She be like, baby, I don't know how you make it. You ride with that no AC and it's hot out there. I'm like, look, life goes on. AC is a luxury. The thing of it is, I can make the money. I can fix the AC. But when it comes down to it, I'm out here trying to get this money. It's a little discomforting not having an AC, but I endure the pain for the greater cause, you know. But like I said, man, with that generational wealth, we got to start talking about it in a sense of being realistic. You know, we talk about generational wealth, but how many of us are actually, you know, doing it big with generational wealth? We have savings. Hey, my celery is starting to smell real good. It's right here by my driveway. Um, we have a lot of stuff we have to talk about. Investing, life insurance. Like, what are these things that we doing with? You know, I always talk about Alonzo Hall, the all-star advisor, about him talking about, you know, a lot of people don't even think about if this is going for the single people. What's going to happen when you get older and no one's there to take care of you? No kids, and even if you do have kids, are you sure they're going to be around? They have elderly care and insurance to where you get old, whether you're going in a nursing home or staying at your home, someone can be there for you. Most of these kids, they can't wait to put you in a nursing home. Literally can't wait to put you in a nursing home. Are you prepared for that? You literally have a lot of times to where you get hurt on the job. Are you prepared for that? Do you have enough savings? Since we talking about generational wealth, do you have enough savings for right now? My wife took a year off, and I was just telling my cousin this. I was like, when she took a year off for medical leave, they were sitting there, oh, Rashid, you got a car note. That car's going back. They didn't know we paid the car off. Why do I got to tell y'all I paid my car off? Y'all know I got a car note when I first got it, but y'all don't know we paid the car off. I try to pay all my cars off within 3 years. I wish I could do that with my house, but it's better said than done, or easier said than done. You know, 3 to 5 years compared to a 30-year mortgage, that's a lot of savings and a lot of, you know, breaking money down. It can be done. I've seen people take a house, a 7-year mortgage and pay it off. I mean, a 30-year mortgage and pay it off in 7 years. Making a snowball effect, doing all these other different methods. I have a app. Let me see real quick, and I'm really about to jump off of here. I'm finna get in here, check out Wind Down Wednesdays, and I'm about to. Man, I hope I don't. There it goes. Oh dang, I could have seen the people. This phone. Oh, it's starting to come in a little bit. Okay, reloaded. DJ Tony, where is the moderator? Okay, boom, moderator. Boom. All right, got you, moderator. Who else in here new that just came in? Jake, me in the house. All right, DMV, what's going on with you, man? All right, I'm getting these moderators in, man. I'm trying to get everything get here good. Charles, got to get you that wrench, man. Man, this phone is messed up. That's why I got my phone upside down. I can see now. It's crazy. So I'm supposed to be getting this phone fixed because I'm getting the new phone. I know. I am. What's going on? I actually have my phone upside down because my screen is cracked at the bottom, and I just noticed. I just thought about it flipping over. But the crazy part is, did I give you a wrench? Okay, I got you a wrench. All right. So you got your second channel reloaded. Okay. All right. So basically, like I said, when it comes down to, I'm getting a new phone, I'm getting a fold, I'm trying to hold out. I forgot I had insurance, so the insurance told me they're gonna send me another phone, and I send that phone in because I'm gonna try to get it fixed at the store, the Unbreakable store. They telling me I gotta drop it off by 4 or leave it with them to the next day. And I was like, man, I work off my phone. I need my phone. I literally work off my phone. I had two phones, but I ended up giving one to my son, and that was my business phone with my business line, business numbers. So I gave him that phone. Other son, he got on punishment, no phone for him. But back to this generational wealth. A lot of times, man, we got to crunch and run the numbers. And it's a guy, Ramif. I watch his channel, Ramif. I want to teach you to be rich. And I constantly always talking about his channel. There's these two sisters, they're twins called the Wealth Twins. I'm just starting to watch them. Like, I'm into so many channels on trying to build my wealth. Like, I've dropped off a lot of channels where I used to watch, not watching their content. It is not nothing personal, but it was a lot of that other stuff that was negative. You know, I love my can't stop in the morning, can't stop, won't stop in the morning. Coco's content, watch y'all in the morning early. Coco, you be doing too much at night and getting up early. Like, I'm telling you, that's the young people game. I used to do, man, me and my partner, we used to do all-nighters. We called them all-nighters. We would literally can't stop, won't stop. We would go, like I used to do promotion. So I would go to the club, do promotion after I leave the club at 3, come home at 1, take a shower, go to bed, get back up, go to work at, what was it, 3, do the promotion to 5, come home, take a shower, be in the bed by like 5:15 or something like that, get right back up at 6:30 maybe, and head to work. Get to work by 7, 8 o'clock, whatever, and only had like 45 minutes to an hour of sleep. Work, do it all over again the next night. I'm talking about crazy. I used to have homegirls, they used to leave the club, go sleep in their car at work, and then go to work. Now, you try to get one of them to do that? Crazy. Oh man, it's crazy. But you know, hey, live your life. Live your life. You only got one life, live it. I'm just saying, baby, I can't do it no more. Oh, my body different. Hey, I'm like paid in full. My body ain't the same no more, B. My body ain't the same, you know. I used to go hard. Like, still, I lift so much crazy weights at my job. You know, when I move stuff on the side, I did a wash and dry by myself. Picked the wash and dry up, put it on my truck, took it to my cousin's house, dropped it off. And he's like, who you helping with you? I was like, nobody. I did it myself. He's like, man, how old you is? I was like, 42. He's like, you still lifting heavy stuff? I was like, bro, if I don't do it, who else will? I'm trying to get this money. I'm out here by myself, and my homeboy, he don't want to do it. So I just stopped calling people. I got my dolly. I do it all myself. My cousin, his little crazy self, when I went to drop it off, you know, I only charged him $100, and he way on the side of town. And then he want me to help him take it up, all this other stuff. Then he gave me another $30. I'm like, dude, that's my normal rate, like 150 or something like that for people. But hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna give you a rich. Let me see if somebody said something, because I can't see right now. Oh, everybody laughing, saying, no, that's right. Yeah, but when it come down to it, you've been supposed to have a wrench, but when I be on, what is the new thing? What is the, dang, StreamYards. When I be on StreamYard, I can't get nobody a wrench, and they got this new thing set up to where when I try to go to YouTube like I used to, like this, and go in there and get somebody a wrench, it won't let me do it. So it's weird. I have to go live on YouTube. But I've been saying I'm gonna get off of here. I'm actually gonna get off of here because I'm about to get on here and look at Wind Down Wednesday with Hands in the Dirt. Hands in the Dirty. About to go to Hands in the Dirt, do the Wind Down Wednesday, and by 9:30 I'm getting in the bed. I'm finna jump as soon as I go in the house, take a shower, put it on play, let it roll while I take my shower. I hear them joking and talking, get out, look, get something to eat, I'm going to bed early. I'm trying to go to bed before it get dark. Cause I'm getting up before I see light. So I'm trying to do the opposite. But like I said, find out where you stand with your money. A lot of people need to keep. This is why I keep preaching budgets. Just write your money down. You're gonna start seeing where your money going. Go on your account. How many people actually go in their account and look at their budget of how much they're spending? When you start looking at your money, you start knowing where your money's going. Honestly, ever since my coworker told me about this hot plate, I take my food, put it in this hot plate. It's cold out the refrigerator. Has a little metal pan. I put the food in there, put the cover over it. Has a carrying bag, fork, spoon, a little container that I can put separate salad dressing or separate my food in there. Put it in there. I go buy my water, buy my juice from the store with ice. Don't y'all know I've saved so much money? I would spend probably $30 to $40 on juice, little snack stuff at the beginning of the week. And what motivated me to do this was, actually, all the people talk about this. I never listened to them. I literally got 2 drinks. I think it was a Powerade, some juice, 2 bottles of water, chips, candy, I think a candy and 2 candies or something like that, and some gum. I spent like close to $17. And that was what, 2 and 2, the 2 candies. It was almost 8 items. 8 items, $17. I think it was like 16 and some change or something like that, 15 and some change. But like I said, almost $17. I was like, nah, man, I can't keep doing this. And I'm doing this every day. When I can go get a case of water for like $5. I go get I drink Powerade, not Gatorade, but what is it? $8 for 8 Gatorades or $9 for 8 Gatorades. Then you talking about a bag of chips. I go get a family bag of chips. I don't eat that much chips anyway. But mostly try to eat like pecans, mixed nuts, and flies and stuff. But I try to get that versus eating the chips. Try to eat healthy. I start getting fresh fruit. Go try to get the fresh fruit, get the ice, put it on there. Eat whatever I don't eat. I go to Aldi, which is a grocery store. I go get my cherries. I got plastic containers for them where I wash my cherries off at the job, driving, eating the cherries, driving and eating my peaches. Try to eat much fruit as I can while I'm driving versus eating all those chips and horrible stuff. I even cut out trying to eat so much candy. Like, I end up getting some butterscotch candy versus eating candy bars. Eating Skittles. Skittles ain't good for you. I'm like, man, all the good stuff. But I saved so much money doing that. That hot plate, I bought it off of Amazon. It's like, I don't know what they call it. I put in like lunchbox or hot plate. I think you put hot plate in there. Lunchbox, hot plate or something like that. Because, man, I'm literally saving. So I'm literally, if I make my breakfast in the morning, make an egg at night or something like that, warm it up in the morning. Or if I get up early enough, just make my egg in the morning. I'm saving so much money. Like every meal, I'm spending anywhere close from $7 to $15. Whether it be I get a coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, I get a coffee about $5-6. Get a burrito or hash browns. I'm talking about $12 just for that. Going into lunch, mostly try to get cooked food. I don't like truck drivers. I try to stay away from the fast foods. If anything, I go to a burrito spot or I go to a home cooked place, and I get my food home cooked. The soul food place, some places that sell just little home cooked food, wings or something like that. Try to stay not too much on the wings and subs and stuff like that. Even the processed meat with subs, killing you. I tell them no cheese. They be like, what? No cheese on this good sandwich? No cheese. I learned that from transporting dialysis patients. The cheese is not good for you. Cheese is sugar. According to Bobby Price, look him up on YouTube. cheese is not good for you. It's a lot of sugar. Cheese is more addictive than eating candy bars and stuff like that because of the sugar. But saving so much money doing that. Like I said, if I count 15 for breakfast, no, let's even do 10. 10 for breakfast, 10 for breakfast, 10, let's say 15 for lunch, because you got to eat a little big with the fries and drinks and stuff. So that's $25 right there. Snacks. If I get 2 bottles of water, let's say $5. Powerade, Gatorade, $4. That's $9. Bag of chips and all that. Let's just say another 15. So you are looking at $40 just for one day as a truck driver. You get your breakfast for 10, lunch for 15, come with a drink. You know you're gonna have to get something to drink throughout the day. You're gonna at least need about 3 drinks. It's cold, you gotta stop and get some ice, or you just get the it's cold and drink them. If they hot, you're gonna want to get some more drinks. So you're looking at about $45 already right there, just for the truck driver for that day, or somebody just on the road. People going in the office space. Breakfast in the morning, you might spend $8 at the cafeteria. At lunch, $15. Then they want to add a little more for the drink. You probably end up paying $20. Get you a little snack from the vending machine. All this stuff adds up. That hot plate, I can plug it into my cigarette lighter, or I can plug it up in the warehouse if I get somewhere and I'm gonna be there for a while. So it pays off. My friend, he'll warm up in probably about 3 hours. I got the new and latest one. Mine warm up in 45 minutes. 30 to 45 minutes, that thing is hot. So like I said, I'm looking at my money, I'm saving money, trying to see what's the best alternative for me. Not just me, for my family. Because the money I'm saving, I could pour it to my family to do stuff. Take more vacations. My wife want to go camping again. It's funny. She want to go camping. I thought she didn't like it, but she ended up liking it. She said it was peaceful and relaxed. So we're going to try to go camping again. Eventually, I may end up buying a camper, but for right now, I'm just going to rent a camper. Got the pickup truck to pull it. There you go. Like I said, man, that generational wealth, we talk about generational wealth. It's more like generational debt. A lot of people talk about it, but what are you doing to make generational wealth? I'm gonna end with that because I'm gonna keep going all day. And like I said, I only got 38 minutes before I have to be in the bed. I'm setting it. I got an alarm set and everything. I'm so serious about this. Gonna take my shower. I'm gonna look at this Wind Down Wednesday. I gotta see if Stay Hall, because I missed him yesterday. And see if Stay Hall on. Stay Hall on. Catch me a little Stay Hall. I'm going to bed. Shout out. You know what I always say when I leave? We here and we gone. Peace.